Today we're playing the King Arthur skin that looks so good, Baby Arthur, the Spike Baby himself. Now I love the skin for many reasons, but this video, as you saw in the thumbnail and probably the title, is we're going to be discussing the state of the Divine Knockout. Now the reason I'm making a video on this is one, to address the situation I see a lot of people talking about in Discord, Reddit, and I'm getting a lot of messages every day talking about it, so I'm like, okay, instead of having to reply to everybody individually, let me give my personal thoughts on the situation and see what your thoughts are. You can leave it in the comment section of this video and we'll see what we can come to as a consensus. Now, what I do want to say is, remember, Divine Knockout is still technically in beta. Yes, right now we have to pay for it. I understand they did their thing. It's okay. Once the funding is used to work on the game that I love so much and we all care about, that's all that matters to me. I would pay any price for something that I would enjoy. And Divine Knockout is definitely a game I enjoy. It's the first brawler I can say that I truly love. Obviously, it's the first brawler of its kind, but there are other brawler games out there like Multiverse, Super Smash Bros, etc. But I never really liked any of them. I'll be honest with you. I've tried all of them and they all got so boring to me within the first 3 days. Divine Knockout is the only game that I've picked up when it comes to the brawler genre that I can say I could play every day, all day, and I'll be super happy about it. Now, the first topic I want to talk about when it comes to Divine Knockout is the release date when it comes to patches. Now, again, it is in beta, so don't expect something to come out every single week, every single month, because most games in beta, they don't release things for maybe 2 months or even longer. Who knows? The patch cycle is very unpredictable. And we just got the last patch, which is the Blazing Bifrost patch, which was a massive patch in my opinion, just about a month and maybe a week ago. So it's not too long. Yes, it feels long because we were accustomed to getting a lot of communication. And that's something I see a lot of people complaining about. I do understand where a lot of players are coming from because I guess the game was super transparent earlier on in the days of its release and before when it was in alpha. For me personally, obviously hearing for the Divine Knockout team letting us know what's going on is obviously going to give us more confidence in that everything is being worked on behind the scenes. However, we don't actually know the story of what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if they're just super busy or just don't want to give any information out yet because they're still working things out. At least we've gotten confirmation from people on Discord saying, hey, they're working on it. That's what their people are being told. And that's what's important. At least they're working on the game. Because if they weren't working on the game, I personally would be super worried. I don't want this game to fail, and I think the potential that it has is going to be amazing in the future. Now, also note that I actually don't know anything behind the scenes exactly. I know just as much as you guys. This whole video, again, is just me trying to address the state of Divine Knockout and answer some questions, or at least start a forum for people to come in with their comments and leave it on this video so we can all discuss it together. Now, another thing we also have to address is what is the direction the game needs to go in. I personally do believe the game needs to go free to play eventually. Obviously, if they do that in the next patch, it would be great for the player base because the player base is currently dwindling. There isn't enough to keep a lot of people engaged because, again, it's in beta and there's still a lot to be added to this beautiful game that is Divine Knockout. Another thing that we obviously need is ranked. Every game that has an online player base needs ranked. You need to have that competitive place for those pro players, as well as just the average everyday Joe that just goes, you know what, I want to see if I could be the best there ever was, like Ash tried to be in Pokemon, and that's why ranked is super important. Now, I want to believe that's one of the things they're working on behind the scenes to give us a perfect rank, because let me be honest with you, I've played so many games, if ranked is not good, it can ruin a game. It can really cause a lot of problems if ranked is not good. Now, obviously, it's not going to please everybody out there, because some people are just picky, and there's unnecessary negativity from some people. That's just how people are sometimes, but there are a lot of people out there who love this game, as love ranked in general, and you know what, I think it's going to be a safe space in Divine Knockout. That's something I've been pushing with the game, which is why I tried to turn emotes into something very positive. Now, another thing we do need to address is the state of how many gods are in the game. Obviously, I do see them adding more gods in the future. I don't know what the rotation schedule is going to be in terms of they're going to add every 2 months, every month, every 3 months. Obviously, don't add too fast. I think every 2 to 3 months adding a new god right now would be perfect, and maybe later on stretch it out longer. But the reason I say that is because we do need more, especially for free to play. I can see people obtaining these gods in game very fast, and with free to play, obviously you want to have ranked and more gods in the game before. So my limit would say have 15 gods in the game, add ranked, and also add a rotation of battle pass every 3 months and increase the XP needed to complete the battle pass. That is something that is required, in my personal opinion. Probably have it, I don't know, be like the same XP it would take for a character to level up, and that would match it perfectly. Because the battle pass we have in game right now is free. However, the XP to complete it was so little bit that probably everybody completed it within a week. Obviously, I didn't complete it within a week. I took a lot longer. And that was simply because I was just, chilling. I wasn't spamming the game all day to get stuff going. So I was just relaxing and playing characters gradually. And eventually I completed it, and I was so happy to get that Fiery Mirror skin, the Magmir skin. Now also, I would love to give the Divine Knockout team credit. They were able to balance a lot of characters in the game, and that was actually something amazing. I've played so many games. Balancing is one of the hardest problems in all online games when you have multiple characters out there. And I think they do a very good job in balancing. Yes, obviously every patch there are going to be certain things that are overpowered. Like in this patch right now, King Arthur is pretty strong, but he's not overpowered. The thing that makes him broken is the fact that good players are able to use the speed build on him. And that speed build is what actually needs a nerf, not King Arthur himself. Other than that, they were able to balance off Amaterasu. They were able to balance off Susanoo. And you have to give the Divine Knockout team a lot of credit for that, as well as give them credit for being able to come up with this great idea for the game and always trying to implement stuff that actually work. Now, one of the mistakes I do think they made was actually putting the 3v3 knockout mode permanent. It should have left the 3v3 arcade mode permanent and allow for 3v3 knockout to be a limited time event. And that's another topic I want to touch on. Think about it, guys. We're still getting limited time events every weekend, and that is something very good to have with Divine Knockout. It shows the game is still alive, as well as they're trying their best to keep players engaged while they're working on things behind the scene. At least that's the mindset I have when it comes to this. Now, I do understand other players have a different view set, and that's totally okay. Again, that's what this video is for. You can express yourselves or take your time to express yourselves in the comment of this video below. Now, another thing that I do want to say and talk about, which is also very important. You need to also add more skins to the game, and that's something the Divine Knockout team is probably working on. I know skins probably take such a long time to create, and the fact that we've gotten new skins in every single patch they released, in my opinion, is really cool. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do in the future. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about is Lesser Blessings. They removed that in the Bifrost update. Now, I will be honest with you, I think it was a great removal. That made a lot of the characters so broken, it was ridiculous. It was extremely hard to balance, and I did agree with everything they said in that update. Now, with that being said, we do need some other system in the game, because as the system stands right now, it is pretty bare bones. There's not too many customization options. So adding a feature that doesn't add too much power to your character, but at the same time giving yourself to customize your character to your playstyle is something that they will have to do down the line. It's not something we need ASAP. If you, however, have an idea about it, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. For example, I've seen League of Legends do that. They've changed their ruin system for years until they finally settled on one, and that's what Divine Knockout needs to do. Keep trying and testing new things, because obviously on the first try you're not going to know it's perfect until you put it into play. Now, once you let the player base try it and let's say it gets super broken, then you know you got to either tweak it or remove it again. It's just part of the process of making a great game. You improve over time and you don't expect everything to happen ASAP. And that is something I want to address. Now, a lot of Divine Knockout players out there that I have met are really amazing, cool people. We all want this game to succeed. But I have met a few people that they just want things now. They want things done this specific way. I don't think that's the way to go about it. It's very negative and it probably doesn't motivate the Divine Knockout team. And again, this video is just an open forum. It's nothing negative or positive. I've said both sides to the same coin in this video. I love the Divine Knockout team for the hard work they do. I mean, if I can love a game this much, it means they're putting their heart and soul into it, and thank you so much for it. Now, I do think in May we're going to get a very, very big patch. That's just my opinion and just this gut feeling I have. I could feel like they're cooking behind the scenes, and when we get this patch, we're going to be super excited about it. Now, I'm going to continue making videos for Divine Knockout as long as I enjoy it, and I don't see myself not enjoying it for a very long time. So, expect more Divine Knockout videos from me every single day, and obviously if you have suggestions, feel free to message me. I have a very awesome guide for Loki coming up soon, and that guide was actually made by Pickle Rick, who also made the awesome 3v3 build guide for Thanatos, the Undying build. So, with that being said, good job, Divine Knockout team. Good job, player base. We're all trying to get this game to succeed. Now, if you guys keep supporting it, it's obviously going to be better for the Divine Knockout team. Because if everybody starts to leave the game, it's really a struggle. You know what I mean? It's a struggle for the people that do enjoy it, because we're not going to have any to play against. Also, you're showing the Divine Knockout team that you really don't care that much. I mean, trying to strong arm a company like that when we're still in beta, I don't think is completely right. But I do understand that everybody's different. So, I'm still here. I'm trying to make videos and entertain as much as possible. If you want to play with me, feel free to add me on Divine Knockout, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.